Hello, friends, and welcome back to Eclectic Knowledge and our series Compelling Stories for a Dinner Party. I'm your host, Christopher James, and tonight we'll look at that time in history when people danced themselves to death. We'll explore a 1980s novel that holds the key to real buried treasure, and we'll ponder the mystery of the deaths at the Dyatlov Pass. So grab the chips and salsa, pass the guacamole, and let's get into it. We start our conversation tonight by exploring the bizarre and captivating phenomenon of the dancing plagues. While the 1518 Strasbourg event is the most documented and the most famous outbreak of the dancing plague, it's merely one incident in a broader historical moment punctuated by several incidents of this enigmatic mania. Join me as we uncover those obscure stories of people who literally danced till they dropped. Our story begins long before the Strasbourg outbreak, tracing back to the 7th century. Yet it's in the medieval period that we see the phenomenon truly take shape. In the 1020s, in Bernburg, 18 peasants disrupted a Christmas Eve service, dancing and singing around a church, an early echo of the manias to come. The 13th century witnessed a chilling prelude in Erfurt, where, in 1237, a group of children danced their way to Arnstadt, eerily reminiscent of the Pied Piper legend. This event set a precedent, showing that the mania wasn't confined to adults, but could sweep up anyone in its fervor. The year 1278 saw a tragedy on the River Meuse, where a mass dance turned deadly as a bridge collapsed under the weight of the frenzied dancers. The survivors sought solace and a cure at a chapel dedicated to Saint Vitus, hinting at the deep intertwining of religion and these outbreaks. Fast forward to 1374, and we find the mania spreading like wildfire through Aachen, Cologne, and beyond, reaching into Italy. This outbreak marked a significant escalation, with thousands affected, showcasing the mania's potential to transcend borders and engulf entire communities. And then, 1518, Strasbourg. The small French town becomes the epicenter of the most infamous outbreak. It began in July 1518, when a woman known as Frau Trophia stepped outside her home and started to dance fervently. Remarkably, there was no music to be heard, and her dancing was not one of joy, but seemed more like a compulsion. For days, Frau Trophia danced without rest, attracting the attention of her neighbors and the growing unease of the local community. As the days passed, what started as a solitary act of inexplicable dancing by Frau Trophia began to spread like wildfire. Within a week, 34 individuals had joined in this uncontrollable dancing. By the end of August, the number had ballooned to over 400 dancers. The spectacle of these dancers, now a large group, moving through the streets and squares of Strasbourg, presented a disturbing sight. They danced in apparent agony, with expressions of pain and exhaustion, yet they seemed unable to stop. The Strasbourg authorities were at a loss. Initially, they believed that the dancing was a result of overheated blood, or perhaps a curse from Saint Vitus, a saint believed to have power over dance. Physicians of the time, lacking any medical explanation, declared it to be a, quote, natural disease, caused by, quote, hot blood, and suggested that the afflicted must dance it out. In an attempt to manage the situation, the city council decided to facilitate the dancing in a structured manner. Guild halls were refurbished and set up for the dancers, and professional musicians and strongmen were hired to keep the dancers moving, under the misguided belief that they would recover if they danced continuously. This approach, however, only seemed to exacerbate the situation, drawing more people into the mania. By September, the situation had reached a critical point. Some reports suggest that many dancers had died from strokes, heart attacks, or sheer exhaustion. With the death toll rising and no end to the dancing in sight, the authorities sought a different solution. The decision was made to appeal to the divine for intervention. The dancers were taken to a shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus, located on a mountaintop. Here, a ritual was performed. The afflicted were given red shoes that had been blessed and were led in a procession, with the hope that Saint Vitus would absolve them from their curse of the dance. Following the pilgrimage and the rituals at the shrine of Saint Vitus, the dancing epidemic gradually came to an end. The survivors, their numbers now diminished, ceased their frantic dancing and slowly returned to their normal lives, leaving behind a city traumatized and bewildered by the events that had unfolded. The dancing plague of 1518 remains one of the most enigmatic events in history. Contemporary accounts, including notes from physicians, city council records, and sermons, provide a vivid picture of the outbreak, yet the cause remains a matter of speculation. Modern theories range from mass psychogenic illness, a response to the extreme stress and hardship of the times, to ergot poisoning, a condition caused by consuming grain contaminated with a hallucinogenic fungus. But no one has been able to conclusively determine the cause of the outbreaks or why they stopped. Despite the various explanations that prompted a blend of religious, supernatural, and medical explanations, the dancing plague of 1518 stands as a testament to the mysteries of human behavior and the limits of our understanding of the mind and body. It serves as a haunting reminder of the thin line between sanity and madness, order and chaos, and the fragile nature of society when faced with the unexplainable. So what do you think was happening during the dancing plagues? Were they all psychologically ill or physically poisoned? Were they possessed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation after dinner. For our second offering tonight, we will unravel the enigma of the 1982 book, The Secret, a treasure hunt that transcends the ordinary, weaving a rich tapestry of art, history, and adventure across the vast landscapes of North America. So settle in, refill your glass, and let's embark on a journey into the heart of one of the most captivating puzzles of the 20th century. In the year 1982, Byron Preiss, an author and visionary, embarked on a project that would etch his name in the annals of treasure hunting lore. He published a book titled The Secret, but this was no ordinary book. It was a portal to a treasure hunt, meticulously crafted, containing 12 paintings and 12 verses. These were not mere art. They were intricate maps that led to 12 treasure boxes Preiss had buried in hidden locations across the United States and Canada. Each site was carefully selected for its historical and cultural significance, creating a mosaic of North American heritage. The treasure boxes, crafted from plexiglass and containing a ceramic key, could be exchanged with Preiss for a precious gem. The locations ranged from urban parks to secluded spots, each chosen to represent a piece of the rich tapestry of history that is North America. Since the publication in 1982, only 3 treasures have been successfully unearthed, each with its own tale of perseverance, intellect, and a dash of serendipity. So let's delve deeper into the treasures that have already been found. Our first tale of treasure unfolds in the bustling heart of Chicago's Grant Park in 1983. A trio of intrepid young treasure hunters, led by Eric Gassiorowski and Rob Roble, deciphered the clues that led them to the shadow of the iconic Statue of the Republic. With shovels in hand and hearts racing, they unearthed the first treasure box, a moment of victory that etched their names into the annals of the secret lore. The ceramic key they discovered was exchanged with Byron Preiss for a large emerald, a tangible symbol of their achievement and a beacon of hope for fellow seekers. The second discovery takes us to the verdant oasis of Cleveland's Cultural Gardens in 2004. Brian Zinn, a lawyer with a penchant for puzzles, embarked on a quest that would lead him and his friend Andy Abrams to a stone wall near the statue of Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. His meticulous research and keen interpretation of the clues paid off when his hands brushed against the plexiglass treasure box, hidden for over 2 decades. The key inside was a testament to his dedication and a tribute to the enduring allure of the secret. The third chapter of Discovery was written in Boston's Langone Park in 2019. Jason Krupat, a dedicated treasure hunter fueled by the lure of the secret, collaborated with his wife and children to solve the mystery. They pieced together the puzzle that led them to the home plate on a baseball diamond inside the park, a stone's throw from the historic Paul Revere statue. But when Jason arrived at the park one day and saw construction fencing being erected around the baseball diamond, he knew he had to act fast. He spoke to the foreman on site and explained the situation to him, and, as Jason feared, the foreman thought he was crazy. So, Jason went home and sent an in-depth email to the company responsible for the construction site, explaining the secret treasure hunt and that he wanted to dig around home plate, searching for it. He never got a response, but rumors flew all over the job site about a man who thought a treasure was buried near home plate. Several months later, one of the crewmen working the excavator uncovered a small amount of ceramic and parts of an acrylic box. When the findings were reported to the main office, someone dug out the old email from Brian and gave him a call. He was at their office in a flash, and the next day went on to the construction site to uncover the rest of the treasure, including the all-important key, which he could exchange for his treasure. Within a few days, the family was in Brooklyn, New York, at a ceremony celebrating their discovery, and there they were given their jewel, a green peridot stone. Jason's triumph was a reminder to the world that the quest was still alive and that history was waiting to be unearthed. Each of these discoveries is not just a tale of treasure found, they are narratives of human spirit, collaboration, and the relentless pursuit of curiosity. They serve as milestones in the ongoing journey of the secret, inspiring new generations to explore, to question, and to seek the treasures hidden in plain sight. However, the untimely death of Byron Price in a 2005 car accident cast a shadow of uncertainty over the hunt. Without records of the box's locations, many feared the remaining treasures might be lost to time. Yet Price's estate stepped forward, honoring his legacy by vowing to uphold the terms of the treasure hunt. They committed to exchanging the keys for the gems, should any more be found, keeping the spirit of the secret alive. Despite the challenges, the community of treasure hunters, now thousands strong, remains undeterred. Forums, social media groups, and annual gatherings buzz with activity as enthusiasts from around the globe share theories, maps, and encouragement. In an era dominated by digital distractions, this analog adventure has fostered a unique fellowship, bound by the thrill of discovery and the lure of the unknown. Yet the question looms large. Are the remaining treasures lost forever, swallowed by the sands of time or the depths of urban development? The concern is palpable among the treasure hunting community. Each year, as cities grow and landscapes change, the possibility that some treasures might be irretrievable grows. But hope endures, fueled by the successes of the past and the tantalizing promise of discovery. What are your thoughts on the secret and the legacy of Byron Price? Have you ever tried deciphering the clues, or do you dream of joining the hunt? Share your stories and theories in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation long after the dinner party ends. And now, as we round the corner into our dessert course, let us embark on our final journey for the evening, into the heart of a mystery that has perplexed the world for decades, the Dyatlov Pass incident. This tale is not for the faint of heart, so refill your glasses, gather close, and prepare yourself for a story of the inexplicable, the tragic, and the mysterious. In the bleak expanse of the Ural Mountains, 9 hikers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute set out on an expedition that would etch their names in the archives of unsolved mysteries. Led by Igor Dyatlov, they were seasoned adventurers seeking to conquer the elements. Their destination? Otorten Mountain. But fate led them to the slopes of Kyot-Shiakal, ominously named the Mountain of the Dead by the indigenous Mansi. Their journey was meticulously documented until February 1, 1959, when they established their final camp on the eastern slopes of Kholat Syakhl. The events of that fateful night remain shrouded in uncertainty, but the aftermath was a tableau of horror and bewilderment. It wasn't until February 26th, almost 3 weeks after the hikers failed to return home, that the search parties discovered the hikers' abandoned and ravaged tent, bizarrely slashed open from the inside. The campsite was a chaotic scene, personal belongings and footwear scattered as if the group left in a sudden panic. The condition of the tent suggesting that someone or something scared the hikers so severely that they slashed their way out of the tent and ran, without proper clothing, into the freezing night. The search operation revealed a series of macabre discoveries. The first 2 bodies, those of Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonishenko, were found by the remnants of a makeshift fire, clad only in their underwear, their hands charred from attempting to keep warm. As the search widened, 3 more bodies were found, including Dyatlov's, positioned as if they were attempting to return to the tent. Their poses suggested a desperate struggle against the merciless cold. It was the discovery of the last 4 bodies, found months later in a ravine, that deepened the mystery. Better dressed, but with injuries that spoke of immense force, comparable to a car crash, yet eerily without external wounds. The autopsies painted a grim picture. Fractures, skull damage, and most disturbingly, one body was found without its tongue and eyes, another without its eyes, fueling rampant speculation and fear. Witnesses from the search teams reported an unsettling scene: bodies with a strange orange tan and gray hair. Nearby hikers reported seeing peculiar orange orbs in the sky that night, adding layers to an already complex puzzle. The theories are as varied as they are chilling. Was it an avalanche that caught them unaware, forcing a frantic escape into the night? Some experts propose a rare and deadly combination of katabatic winds and infrasound capable of inducing panic. Yet the evidence of radiation on some clothing and the severe, precise nature of the injuries have led others to speculate about military experiments gone awry, or even more extreme, extraterrestrial encounters. Recent scientific studies have attempted to recreate the conditions of that night, suggesting that a slab avalanche, a rare but deadly phenomenon, might explain the traumatic injuries. Yet this theory struggles to encompass the totality of the bizarre and brutal scene that unfolded on Kholat Syakhl. After 65 years, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains a dark enigma, a mysterious tale of human ambition clashing with the unforgiving forces of nature and, perhaps, forces beyond our comprehension. The pass now bears Dyatlov's name, a grim reminder of the mystery that claimed 9 lives. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains a haunting testament to the unknown. It challenges us to question, to explore, and to remember. What are your thoughts on this chilling mystery? Share your theories in the comments below, and let's keep the quest for answers alive. Well, friends, we have come to the end of another fabulous dinner party. Tonight, we considered the possibility of dancing to death. We wondered what treasures could be found in our city, and we explored a mysterious and terrifying snowbound event. We hope you enjoyed these compelling stories, and we hope you share them with your friends and family at your next dinner party. We'll see you back at the table again next time. Goodbye.